So notice when you are networking, it's not what you do, but how you do it. Your facial expression, your body language. Do you hesitate or do you just go right in there? Do you meet someone with certainty or did you hesitate? Confidence or lack of confidence? All of that is how people respond to you. It's how you project your personality. That's why I said it's not who you know, it's who you are. There are people who go to networking functions and they walk out with nothing, or oh, I haven't met anyone meaningful, this and that. Well, it's not so much sometimes the group, but very often it's the person that they don't know how to network, they don't know how to project themselves, or they don't know how to use the body language, or they don't know how to use the facial expression. As now you know how to do it, and we're going to do that in for an hour or so. You're going to meet a lot of interesting people. I want to give you a piece that I believe this skill is a very, very simple skill. But if you learn this skill, it would help in your relationship, it would help you in your business, it would help you make more money, it would help you with in all endeavor, because as long as you're dealing with people. So I want to give you a very important piece, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing this piece. And it's called GEMS. Now, how many of you have heard of how many of you have done some kind of personality test? I see show of hands. Okay, most of you. And I did a personality test many years ago called DISC, D-I-S-C. How many have heard that before? Yeah, it's a DISC personality. And when I first took that test, I thought it was amazing because I didn't know there are actually 4 types of personality and 4 types of people. And I thought that was almost mind-blowing to me. And once I learned that, I thought that was interesting, but I was also confused at the same time because I wasn't sure, okay, now I know there are 4 personalities, but how do I apply that in business? How do I use this, or how does that help in sales? So I kind of understand the concept conceptually, but I didn't know how to apply it. So over the years, added my own spin to it and learning from other people. Now I do something a little bit different called GEMS. Now, I call it GEMS because I believe with GEM, if you think about it, we're all made very unique. And each personality is unique. And there are basically 4 personality types. How many types? 4. And not one is better than the other. Not one is better than the other. There are 4 types. And you look at GEM, usually when they're found, they're ugly. But through refinement, through process, and that's how you turn into something beautiful, something worth of great value. And I believe we're all the same, that we have this personality, but it needs refinement. We need to also learn how to communicate with other personalities so we're be more effective in business. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So, and I believe the simplest and most effective way to get to understand different personality types is through GEMS. So let me give you just the overall view, and then I'll go a little bit more in depth. With GEMS, you notice with the 4 different personalities, how many of you are very clear about your own personality? Like, let's say for DISC or whatever, like you're very, very clear. Okay, how many of you, I'm not so sure. Okay, by the end of this evening, you'll be crystal clear. And you'll be crystal clear about the people in your life. It could be your parents, could be your brothers and sisters, and sometimes why you would have conflict, sometimes why certain friends would get along. It would be quite interesting. You have a different understanding of people. So there are basically 4 types. How many types? 4 types of GEMS. The first type is what I call Sapphire. Sapphire. Now with Sapphire, they are motivated by fun. They're motivated by fun. And they're usually the life of the party. They are loud, they are animated, and they just want to have a good time. They want to have a good time. Sapphire. How many Sapphire we have in the room? Can I see your hands? Okay. So Sapphire. And then we have Pearls. Pearls. So Sapphire is motivated by fun. Sapphire is motivated by what? Fun. Now Pearls, on the other hand, they are motivated by a cause. They're motivated by helping other people. They're motivated, not motivated by money, they're motivated by helping other people. And usually you see that they, sometimes in their spare time, they do volunteer work. They're very loyal, soft-spoken usually, very nice people, very loyal, love people. They love people. How many pearls we have in the room? See? Great. And then you have emeralds. Now, emeralds are motivated by facts and figures. Analytical, detailed, precise, accurate. Accountants, engineers. Very organized. Emeralds. How many emeralds in the room? Great, okay. And then we have rubies. Rubies are motivated by a challenge or money. Sometimes both. Rubies are motivated by challenge or money. So if you want to influence and motivate a ruby, just tell the person, I don't think you can do that. The ruby will like, let me show you. It's actually quite stupid if you think about it. But they're motivated by a challenge. So rubies, they are risk takers, they're go-getters, very ambitious, very driven, sometimes a bit, you like to take charge, like to win, very competitive, like to make money, doing big stuff, not very organized. How many rubies in the room? Okay. How many of you are not, how many of you are not quite sure which one you are? Okay, good. Now, out of the 4 gems, usually human beings, we have a primary, a what? Primary, and then we have a secondary. Although we all have a little bit of the 4 gems within us, but most of the time we operate in one, we communicate in one primary gem through that. And sometimes you have a secondary as well. So you see, oh, I see myself in certain times, I'm a ruby. Most of the time I'm a ruby, but in certain times I'm like an emerald. In certain times I'm like a sapphire. That's possible too. But most of the time, we operate under like one primary gem. Does that make sense? So here's what we're going to do. Now we'll go a little bit more in depth, and we'll start networking. What I want you to do is, and I need your help with this, I want you to stand up, and I need you to grab your chair, and actually I need you to move. So, listen closely. Let's see if you can get this right. Rubies, which I don't think you could. Okay, now, seriously. So, sapphires, I want all the sapphires to form a group in here. Don't move yet. So, sapphires here, in front of the stage. Okay? And grab your chair and face the middle part. Now, all the pearls, I want you to go to that side of the wall. The left side, my left side. Okay? Emerald, I want you to go to the back. And rubies is facing this side, the right side. So grab a chair and face the middle part. Okay, just grab a chair. I'll give you 5 minutes to do that. So sapphire, right? Yes. Pearls? Emerald? Rubies? Oh, wow, look at how many rubies we have. All these money-grabbing SOB. Well, after all, we are an entrepreneur group, right? Now, some of you may be sitting like, I'm not so sure. I'm like, ruby, sapphire, like, I don't know. I'm like kind of, it's okay. And you can move during the whole game and exercise. Because I think you find, oh, maybe I thought I was a ruby, but actually I'm more like a sapphire. Now, the way the room is set up, this is on purpose. Meaning this, very often, let's say you have a ruby, primary, who's a ruby, you can have a secondary as a sapphire or a secondary as an emerald. It's normal. What is not natural is you have a ruby and then a secondary as a pearl. You guys are the opposite. Same thing with sapphire. Sapphire, emerald, not quite. Okay, so this is your natural crossover. This is your natural crossover. Same thing here, right? Pearl, you can have a pearl, emerald, or pearl, sapphire. Does that make sense? Okay? So, yes?
What if I am the opposite?
Good. Just stay in the middle now.
No, seriously.
Primary.
Primary ruby.
Ruby, primary. Go to primary first. Thank you. Give my team a round of applause. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, well, let's see. That's not going to block the door if there's a fire or anything like that. It's okay, right? Okay. So, okay, let's start. Which group should I start? Well, let's see which group is the loudest. Rubies? Make some noise. Okay. Emeralds? Notice. Okay. Pearls? Sapphire? Let's go with the most fun and exciting group. How's that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Emerald's like, you guys are nuts. Okay. So I'm going to go through some details, and I want you to take notes and pay attention, because this is important, because it would affect you, the way you would communicate with different gem afterwards, okay? So, Sapphire. Now, when it comes to clothing, they like something bright, something fun, colorful, what's hip, what is cool. Okay, you look at the colors, they like perms, experiment with different funky colors, that's what they're into. Accessories, they have always have tons of accessories. Mixing and matching different bracelets and earrings and blings and watches. Earrings. Usually inexpensive or fake, by the way. And they might have tattoos, piercings, you can notice that. And shoes, they have a ton of shoes. How many have a lot of shoes? All right, are they fun? Oh, yeah. Always fun. Fun-loving shoes, okay? Colorful, extreme, because it's for them, Sapphire, listen to this, it is all about standing out. It's all about standing out for Sapphires. Okay? Organization is not your strongest suit. In fact, they couldn't care less about it. And when it comes to their car, they like a fun car that has cool colors, and sometimes the sound system is more expensive than the car itself. And they have a lot of stuff in the trunk, you'll notice. There are lots of stuff in the trunk. And they have no idea what's there. No idea. They have candy wrappers, fast food wrappers underneath all the seats. How many have that? Okay, thank you. And if you ask them for license registration, it's probably crumbled in a ball somewhere in the thing. Okay, they couldn't find it. When you open the closet doors, a majority of the hangers are empty. Do you know why? Because most of the clothes are on the floor. Okay, it's on the bed, it's everywhere. Because who cares? I'm going to wear it tomorrow. I'll find what I need, right? I'll find what I need. When they go grocery shopping, they spend entirely way too long in the grocery store. And most might buy more than you intended, and usually totally forget to buy the key items you originally went for. Okay? When home alone, they want to put on little music, usually, and put on the TV and listen to loud music and call someone all at the same time. All at the same time. Okay? When it comes to dating, they most like to go to a concert, out dancing, something fun, something a little bit different, something active. And you notice, if you have a meeting with Sapphire, although they set their watch 10 to 30 minutes in advance ahead, they are usually late. Okay? They're usually late. And you can see they're loud and animated. So Sapphire, sometimes in my workshop, when I ask a question, they are the ones that would respond. Because they don't think with the head, they think with their mouth. Okay? So when they're in the audience, they think they're the only ones in the room. I ask them a question, yes, Dan, yes! Okay, but they have to get it out. They have to think with their mouth. Okay, my wife is a Sapphire, so I get it. So I let her talk. And now that's Sapphire's theme song. Okay, good. So now, Sapphire, people love hanging around them. People love them. Do you know why? They have energy. They have fun. They're awesome. People love to be around them. In fact, let me ask you this question. See, they value relationships. How many of you still have friends from high school days? Not those guys. Not those guys. High school friends don't make me money. Who gives a fuck? Yes, you value relationships. You want to have a good time. They love to party and live a good time. Okay? Because, in fact, but here's the problem. Their whole life, the school system is designed for what? Emeralds and pearls. The school system is not designed for sapphire. Okay? The whole school system is designed to dumb them out and numb them out and say, how many of you have been into the principal's office? How many have been in detention? Okay. How many of you have gotten a speed ticket? Okay, there you go. There you go. Because inside of them, listen, because inside of them, they know that rules are meant to be broken. And for the emerald, rules are meant to be. Now, notice, sapphire don't need killed. Emerald's like, wait, I finish. Followed. Okay? Listen to that. Listen to that. Okay? They cast visions. People want to follow them. They're the greatest promoters on the planet. They're the greatest salespeople on the planet. Not good students. That's okay, because that's not their gift. That's not what's designed. That's not how they're made. That's not how they're wired. Now, if you have salespeople, do you want some sapphire working for you? Yes or no? You want some damn sapphire working for you. They're great. Now, it doesn't mean they don't have the ability to organize, because they could throw great parties. If you tell them, hey, you know what? We're throwing a party next week, man. Let's make it happen. They're gonna be organized. They're gonna have a great time, because they can be organized as long as it is fun. There you go. They could be organized. So if you're working with a sapphire, communicating with sapphire, you want to make sure you're communicating in that aspect. Fun. Don't talk to them about money, rubies. And don't talk to them about helping other people. Not that they love helping people, but they in a fun, kind of entertaining way. That's the way they spread the love. Okay? Greatest promoters love helping people. Now, what do they need help with? Organization. Organization. Now, what's interesting is you sometimes notice a couple, sometimes, let's say, the wife is a sapphire, and then the husband is an emerald. It's a great combination. Because their whole life they've been getting into trouble, right? So they know they need someone to kind of balance it out, right? So someone to keeping them from going broke, just spending all the money, right? So emerald is good. It's that side. Like sometimes, well, how come I'm a sapphire and I want to find somebody opposite? But because they complement each other. Does that make sense? They complement each other. And same thing, why would an emerald find a sapphire to be a spouse? Again, it's a different side of them. Because again, we have all that four gems within us. We want, you know what? I'm always facts and figures. When I meet this person, they don't give a damn. They just want to have fun. It brings a different side, out of me and stuff like that. And that happens too. And that's when romance happens. They love recognition. They love recognition. They will work for recognition way more than money. They will work for recognition way more than money. They like teamwork. How many like teamwork? They like teamwork, okay? Like teamwork. And the way they sell, by the way, is this. Trust me, it works. Just trust me, it works. Now, that is not going to fly for emerald. Trust me, it works. No. Show me the document. Show me the ingredient. Show me everything and the history, and then I'll do my research on my own for 3 months. Then I'll get back to you. Okay? So that's sapphire. Give them an applause. Now, I would love, just keep the fire, keep the enthusiasm. You guys rock, yeah? Yeah! Okay. Now, look at the precious pearls. So quiet and nice and just right there, waiting for me, right? It's very nice. Hello. Hello. Now, they are very similar to sapphire. They also love people. In fact, I would say they are almost I would call them sapphire light. Sapphire light. They love people. They love helping people. They're just not as loud, not as animated. Okay, they like to party too. Pearls like to party, but their idea of a party is more like a potluck. Okay? More like a potluck. or a dinner with a couple of friends, lit a candle, and homemade goods. That's a party. Sapphire, what's your idea of a party? Dancing, beer, alcohol, martinis, getting drunk. See, their kind of parties are the parties that cops come and shut it down. Like, that's what we're talking about, okay? So, pearls. So when it comes to clothing, they like to wear something that's comfortable. Something that's comfortable and breathable, non-binding. You also might have a lot of old things that have passed down from generation to generation. Generally, you like earthy tones. Accessories. You don't wear a lot of accessories. You don't like to wear a lot of accessories. If you do, probably it's handmade or accessories that have been passed down and hold sentimental value to you. Okay? Sentimental value to you. And look at hair. You won't see a lot of funky color because they don't want to damage the hair, unlike the sapphire. They use the most natural, organic stuff. Okay, natural, organic stuff. Okay? Whatever is easy, whatever is simple. You'll see a lot of comfortable slip-on shoes. Okay? Something that's easy to get in out of. When it comes to your car, they want a car that is what? Safe. They want a car that is safe. And good for the environment. Because they are the types that they want to save the world and the human too. They want to do both. And your cars in the past have had bumper sticks on the back and usually sometimes pictures of the kids inside or your pets. They always have tissues and wipes in the car just in case somebody needs it, right? Just in case. When you open the closet doors, their closet is packed with a lot of natural tones, comfortable organic materials. And when you go grocery shopping, strict to the organic section. How many buy organic food? Okay, great. Why, by the way? Why? Because it's healthier. Yes, it's healthier. When home alone, they like to put on some relaxing music, kind of sit down, relax a little bit, and maybe enjoy a cup of tea. That's the way they relax. For me, hiding in this. Anyone's got the lighter? You can bring out your cell phone? Yes. When it comes to dating, they enjoy a nice, quiet restaurant that's not too expensive but has an organic flair to it. Now, in conversation, you notice they don't talk too loud. They're more reserved. They're a little bit more quiet. And they tend to be the first one they're the greatest listeners. They're great listeners. Great listeners. When it comes to money, not a huge spender. And they tend to give and lend money to friends and family. How many have lent money to friends and family? How many of them have not paid you back? Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Pearls are very, very loyal. They are going to be, they're some of your best friends. They're very loyal. They're very loyal employees. They're very loyal business partners. It would take them a lot. Like you would have to be an absolutely terrible person for them to kind of leave you and not be loyal to you. Because they are very, very loyal. Very good people. And they're always willing to help. And they are not the types that just asking, oh, is there anything you need help? No, they actually help you. They see something, they go ahead and they help you. You can count on them. You can count on them. You can always count on them. You can always count on them. Very sensitive, non-demanding. And sometimes the problem is with pearls, they avoid confrontation. They avoid what? Why? Why? It's not worth it, yes. Not so much because they value relationship. Because confrontation, that might hurt the other people's feelings, it might destroy the relationship. Let's not even go there. So sometimes, even though people are taking advantage of them, but they will be like, okay, they just silence. And they kind of learn to just adapt to the situation. Make sense? Okay. Isn't this stuff pretty fascinating? Yeah? Okay. Now, I know the rubies is like waiting, when the fuck is going to be my turn? Because they always want to be first. Because if you're not first, you're what? Last. So I purposely make them wait till the end. And I'm a ruby too, so I get it. Okay? I get it. The emeralds are basically timing me, by the way. Emeralds is like, okay, sapphire, you got 10 minutes. This guy, 9 minutes. You better give me 10 minutes. Very loyal, always willing to help. Now, with pearls, notice when you communicate with them, in fact, can I get a mic? Can I get a mic real quick? Let me just do this very quickly. So that when during a networking exercise, now, who's an extreme sapphire? You think you're like an extreme, what's your name? Julia, okay, wait. So
oh my gosh, I set myself up. Yeah.
Okay, just give Julia the mic, just hold on to that.
Which one would you?
Okay. So, just shut up. So tell everyone your name.
Julia Tudor.
Hey, Julia, right?
Julia.
Hi, Julia. Hi, Julia. Now, let me ask you a question. So, when you meet someone, if someone is like, let's say, a very emerald type, like kind of type, hey, Julia, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
What's up?
What brought you here?
Fun.
Okay.
Meeting people. What brought you here?
Well, just meet some people.
Nice.
Do some business, yes. Yeah, now how do you feel?
Awkward.
Okay. Now, I'm just being like kind of professional, not too excited, but you're like, what's wrong with this dude? Right? Like, what's going on, right? Now, versus if I'm more sapphire-like, hey, Julia, how are you?
Great, how's it going?
What brought you here?
Oh my gosh, I want to meet people, I want to have fun, I want
Awesome.
to How are you?
Well, I've known Dan for a number of years. You want me to introduce you to him?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he looks like a decent guy.
Okay, sneak me in there.
Okay, I got it. So you see, how do you feel this time?
Excited?
Yeah, more ease, right?
Yeah.
More ease. So knowing the golden rule is this: respect others by treating them as they want to be treated. You have to learn how to communicate in their language they understand. Okay? So same reaction person. Okay? Give her a round of applause. Great job. Now let's do a pearl. Let's quickly do a pearl. David, let's do a pearl. Who's an extreme pearl? Like you like, that's like pearl. When I describe, that's exactly who you are. Okay. Yes. Look at the rubies. The tree huggers. Better than the money grabs. Okay, what's your name, sir?
Chris.
Chris. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. Give a sec. So now notice. Now look at the body language. Notice Chris is like a little bit slow. Like put down his stuff. Like okay, I'm supposed to stand up. Yes. Right. Okay. And Chris, what brought you here?
To meet new people, to interact more with people, because I'm on the computer too much.
On the computer too much. And you do computer, that's your primary form of work? Like you work from home? Or?
Yeah, computer work.
Computer. Are you a programmer?
Marketer, blogger.
Okay. Notice the tonality, the way he speaks. Okay, pay attention. You can, when you get good at this, you can learn, you can dictate, you can determine the personality, the gem of this person. With a little bit of practice, maybe 5-10 minutes. Nowadays, I can do it in seconds. I can meet someone, I would know, okay, that's a sapphire, or that's a pearl. Sometimes I see across the room, that's a fucking ruby, right? I could tell. You could tell. You know, right? So, Chris, let me ask you a question. What do you like about what you do?
I like to help people get value in the world with what I do.
Okay, now, notice he said computer stuff, right? But notice what's his motivation. It's not just computer, it's helping other people. How are you helping other people right now? Okay? Tell me a little bit more.
Yeah, by simplifying things for people, giving people an opportunity they really wouldn't have, for giving people a chance to have more freedom in their lives, and stuff like that.
Notice how many times he said people. It's all about others. It's not about them. It's all about serving. They love to serve. They love to serve. Chris, do you still have friends from high school days? Some?
Yes.
Yes. Are they good friends? Okay.
One really good friend, but...
One really good friends? Are they also, is he or she a pearl? Do you know?
That's a great question. Yes, I would say, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Round of applause. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Now notice when I'm communicating with a pearl, I tone down my ruby. When I'm on stage, I'm more ruby. You got it? You don't want to, bulldoze a pearl. They're like, whew, what the hell is going on, right? Slow down, listen, pay attention, connect with them, right? Round of applause for pearls, by the way. Round of applause. Emeralds. Emeralds. Oh, this will be fun. Okay, now emeralds, they love instructions. They love instructions. So let's say when they purchase an item, let's say some kind of furniture, here's what they would do. They would first of all read all the instructions first, okay, and take an inventory of all the parts. Every nut, every bolt, every screw, lay everything on the table or lay everything on the ground in the orderly fashion. Okay, and if there's something missing, what would they do? If it's not there? No, they'll probably contact the corporation and email them and saying, hey, you know what, I think you have some manufacturing issue here. You should send me a replacement, right? Although I did get the item on sale, but anyway, you should send me a replacement. And they love instructions. Now for the sapphires, when they have to assemble some kind of furniture, some kind of item, they don't read the instructions. They just look at the pictures. And if there are no pictures, what do?
We have emeralds.
You have emeralds, okay. But if you don't have emeralds, what do? Just try to figure it out. Okay, now, just so you know, there are always parts left over.
Oh, yeah.
And for sapphire, well, if this thing works and leftover parts, probably don't need it. Extra. Toss them away. Okay, sapphire. For rubies, if they have to assemble furniture, first the rubies would grumble, how come this is not already pre-set up and pre-assembled? Why the hell am I paying money for this shit? My time is too valuable, right? Okay? And they would put together like very, very fast, like, right? To figure out on their own. And for rubies, and again, if they certain parts left over, toss it over. Doesn't matter. Don't need it. Don't need it. Because time is money. Who has time to assemble this furniture shit? Right? Emeralds, very precise, very exact, very planned out. Very planned out. Okay? If you have a manager, you want emeralds working with you to keep you organized, to keep all the numbers in check. In fact, how many have some kind of portfolio? Insurance, some kind of portfolio, investment stuff, yeah? Okay. When it comes to clothing, they have items in the closet. How many of you have items in your closet that are more than 5 years old? Okay, guess yeah? Okay. More than 10 years old. More than 15 years old. Okay. Right here, right there, 15 years old. You guys, they're like 15 years old? My stuff is not even 15 months old. Okay. Accessories, they like something that's simple. Simple. Sometimes they only wear a watch or some kind of wedding band, very simple. Hair, they tend to pick a hairstyle that does not require a lot of time to just maintain. Keep it simple, save them time. They purchase quality stuff at a good price. You want to find like bargain. For them, the primary question, does it make sense? Does it make sense? And they like a car with a little bit of research behind it. What kind of car do you guys like? Honda? No car? What kind of car? Honda? Porsche. Oh, a little bit rubies. Emerald going on. Sam? Mazda. Okay, cool. When you open the closets, there's a place for everything. Okay? There's a place for everything. It's very organized with the hangers in the same direction and the clothes neatly hanging right there, and these guys like all on the floor. Okay? When they're home alone, they like to pull out their home task list and begin completing things that need to be done one by one. When it comes to dating, they're always on time. By the way, out of the 4 gems, they're the only group that's on time all the time. They're on time. In fact, you hate people that's not on time. Because when someone's not on time, what does that tell you? What does that mean? The rude? Yes, and they can't be counted on, right? Not reliable, yes. These guys are always late. And you can see they usually talk in some kind of rhythm. in some kind of monotone. You can see, you can hear when you meet with an emerald, you can tell very quickly. Now, they don't like mindless conversations because it is a waste of time. And time is money, right? Don't like mindless conversations. Now, when it comes to friendship, understand this. Our society, good students, best students. Good students, best students. Very often, you might think if you have a parent that's, let's say you're a sapphire, but you have a parent that's an emerald. Emerald, sometimes they tend to want to change people to shape them into like them. That you should be organized, you should do this. Can't you see this is more efficient? This is the best way to do it. You got to follow directions. And they tend to want to change people and shape people into exactly this way. But once they realize that, hey, you know what, there are other personality types and you can motivate people in a different way, they'll be very, very effective. Love to learn. If you want, you have a research project, who do you give it to? Who do you give it to? Emeralds. You want to throw a party? Right? You want someone to clean your house? Just joking. Just joking. Just joking. Because I know they won't be mad at me. Right? Pearls. Okay. And sapphires, very often, they are intimidated by the emeralds. Because emeralds, they like to ask a lot of questions. And sapphires, when you ask them a lot of questions, they feel like being what? Interrogated. So if you have a kid that's a sapphire and you keep asking them, where have you gone, where have you been, who have you met, you feel like from emerald's point of view, I'm caring, I'm loving, but from their point of view, you are interrogating them, right? So that's all for emerald. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Now, so for rubies, and they're already pissed off that how come we're going last? How come we're going? Can't you see we got the biggest group of people? We're going to kick your ass, Dan, right? Okay, they like to win. In fact, they like to play. In fact, if you're going to play a game, if you're not going to win, then why play at all? For sapphire, you would just play a game to have some fun, right? These guys, I want to win. If there's no, I'm not going to win, what's the purpose? What's the point? What's the point? When it comes to sports, they like to play individual sports. How many like to play individual sports? Yeah, they don't like basketball, that type of stuff. Because, hey, you know what? I can always count on myself. I can't count on those stupid idiots. What if I don't win, right? So individual sports, I can always count on myself. When it comes to clothing, they like to wear their best, the most popular labels, the brand name stuff, right? Blingy shit, right? Okay. Dress to impress. They like to wear a lot of black, darker color. Accessories, they are attracted to the best jewelry, okay, the highest quality stones and metals. Basically, they want to wear stuff that says, I've got more money than you, okay? Just to show you guys up, okay? And for women, if they're wearing a diamond ring, if they're paying with a credit card, they don't want to pay the credit card this way. They want to pay the credit card this way, just to see, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, my husband got that for me last year and stuff like that. You know. Hair, they like that some hair that's trendy, professional, because you guys pay a lot of money to maintain it, right? Of course. They have a selection of top of the line brand name shoes, several pairs in black. How many have name brand shoes? Wow. You guys, how many have name brand shoes? Okay, there you go. When it comes to car, automobile, they like the best. They like clean, sparkling, capable of getting a lot of attention. Again, popular brands, fast car, sports car, typically red or black. How many like red cars? How many like black cars? What brand do you like? Yell the answer. Mercedes-Benz. Lamborghini. BMW. Audi, yes. Notice these guys, Honda. Porsche. But Honda, Porsche. Because DJ worked in a Porsche dealership before, so that's not, you know. Now, when you open their closet doors, they're not overly organized or not overly sloppy because they're just too busy to organize it. Because they're so busy doing what? Making money. When they go grocery shopping, if they do go grocery shopping at all, it's grab and go. It's grab and go. The idea is to get out of the store as what? Fast as you can. Yeah, as quickly as possible. And when they're home alone, you know what do? They pull the computer and they keep working. And they keep working. In fact, sometimes they work so much, they skip meals. They forget to eat. How many skip meals? They forget to eat because they're too busy what? Yeah, making money. And time is? You know who has time? No one has time to eat. So they skip meal, lunch, and then dinner. And then when 10 p.m. comes, they make up for all lost time. Now it's 3 meals combined with snacks in between, and you finish the whole thing 7 minutes flat. So they can get back to work and make some more money. Okay. Now the pros is like, who are these people? I don't understand evil. What's going on? Now how many of that's like pre-aha, right? Aha moment for you. Now, isn't that the craziest? You think about it. When you have dinner with them, they're the first one to finish their meal, not finish, inhale their meals. Very determined. See, they don't know when to quit. Very ambitious. How many of you set goals regularly? Okay, goal setters, achiever types, type A. Quick decision makers. You want to sell to a ruby, just tell them, limited edition. Very few people have it. In fact, the only one left in town is the most expensive. You want it? Yes! It's quite easy to sell to them. It's quite easy. Now, with rubies, let me ask you a question. What do they need help with? What do they need help with? Dinner. No, but what do they need help with in business? Have a balance, have some fun, yes. Organization. Details, yes. Some emerald to help you in your life, yes. Yes, but because rubies, they like to take charge all the time. They want to take charge like a challenge. So sometimes they could be control freaks within the business. And at a certain time, if initially you can grow your business to a certain point and they're making good money, then they hit that glass ceiling and they're like, okay, let me put in more hours. But to a point they realize, well, you know what? I need to have a team. I can't just depend on myself all the time. I need someone else to help me out. But what if they're not as good as me? What if they don't care like I do? But sometimes we have to let go as a ruby. Now, what's interesting is, for myself, I'm a ruby pearl. Now, how could that be? Because you notice it's quite strange. Let me tell you a quick story, then we'll get into networking. Because my mom and dad are both pearls, extreme pearls. A lot of friends, love people, do charity work, always giving. They're pearl-like. So when I got into business in the first couple of years, and some of you know my story, I got taken advantage of, lost $150,000 to a guy, basically took advantage of me, took my money and disappeared. And then I learned, if I'm a pearl like that in business, what do I get? Pain. I got taken advantage of. Business is ruthless. It's about who wins. It's about getting all the chips on the table. So then I found my mentor and different role model who is an extreme ruby. And I learned, I thought to myself, in order to be successful in business, I need to be in ruby. So I developed, almost shaped and forced myself and developed the characteristics of a ruby. But then I wasn't happy because that's not who I am. It's not who I am because both my mom and dad are pearls and I'm a pearl. But I know as a pearl, if it's just a pure extreme pearl in business, it's not as effective. Does that make sense? So then I find a balance. So nowadays I have this balance, and basically I have the intention of a pearl of helping, but I have the toughness and the mental toughness and the business acumen of a ruby. Does that make sense? So it's a combination of two. And I believe it's a pretty good combination. Because before, when I was an extreme ruby, I don't give a fuck. I take all the money. I make all the money. I don't care who I hurt. Anything. It's all about money, 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 money. Then I had the money, it wasn't happy. So now I have this balance. At the same time, I've got a wife that's a sapphire. So bring some balance in my life, so I'm not working all the time. We go on vacations, we have fun, right? And then our business partner, that's emerald. So in business, you got to see, you have to have a team with all the gems, all the personalities in your team. Then you can have a successful business. Does that make sense? So, round of applause. Then we can begin networking.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.